everybody. This is Susie. Hopefully you guys can hear me. It's all working today. How are you doing? I never have the timing right of when to actually start talking. So sorry, I was sitting there for 10 seconds not doing anything. How are you guys doing? I was better last week. I had much more sleep last week. This week has been terrible for sleep. Just absolutely terrible. I'm just going to silence this so I don't get distracted like I am right now. It was horrendous. Like, I have not been sleeping. Last week I was on cloud 9 because baby slept for like 9 hours. Hi Amanda, hi Sandra, hi Rachel, hi Michelle, all the way from Kansas City. Awesome. I'm down here in, hi Kelly, I'm down here in sunny Florida, so it's nice and warm. Hey, Michelle's also from Florida. Awesome. So yeah, last week I was like on a high. So if you watched last week's live video, I was talking a mile a minute. Like I couldn't stop talking. It was just da 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 da. Today I am running on lots of caffeine and trying to like get it all together just for this 1 hour so I have lots of energy. But I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Hi Kristen. Hi Stephanie. Hi Jasmine. Hi Aziz. I can't say that right. So I'm super tired, but I'm going to be here with you guys for the next hour. Hi, Lizzie. Hi, Cassia. Hi, Alexis. Yeah, Alexis is actually on, and I have something special from her because I am snacking on some yummy things. Alexis has a subscription box that she does, but it's like sweet things. It's like cakes and cookies. So I got my first box from her, Something Sweet LLC, this week. So it has, she sent it to me out of the goodness of her heart. So I'm not an affiliate for her at all. There is a link to get the subscription box if you want some sweet stuff. Thank you, Leanne. So there's chocolate chip cookies, lemon pound cake, fudge brownies, all kinds of fun things. So just as a thank you to Alexis, thank you for sending me a box of yummy things. So I'll be sharing all these yummy cookies with my kiddos. Look at these chocolate chip homemade cookies with my kiddos afterwards. All right, so thank you to Alexis. Another thing that I want to bring to chat about is there was a big Pinterest conference going on last week, and I did not go because it was very selected few people could go to this Pinterest conference, and some of my blogging friends went, so I'm so happy for them. But what I've been hearing from them is that if you are using Board Booster, you probably don't want to continue using Board Booster and use Tailwind. I've used Tailwind since the beginning of Start a Mom blog, and it's worked really well, and I have a looping strategy that I use with Tailwind. The link is in the description above. So if you want to switch over and start using Tailwind, let me know if you have any questions about it. I'd love to help you. I love the company. They're awesome. I've had multiple calls directly with them where I'm like suggesting to them new features that I want to see. Anyway, so I will see if there are any questions in the comments here so I can start answering some vlogging stuff. Thank you, Alexis. I'm so excited to eat them all and share some of them with my kids. Hi Megan, hi Sheena, hi Rachel. Okay, Amanda says, my major question is I really struggle with consistency and focus. Are there any things you do, tips that have helped keep you on task and consistent? Oh, it is hard. It is hard. Like that is honestly the secret of being successful as a blogger is just staying consistent. Is like not giving up. Is after not getting a lot of sleep as a mom, or having a hard day, or things just aren't working, or your logo doesn't look right, you still continue working on it. Like honestly, that is the success, the key. How do I stay consistent? How do I keep working on it when I'm exhausted and tired and the kids aren't giving me a break? Gosh, what do? I think of here's honestly what I do. I think of my big why. I know that if I want to reach that big why that I have, I'm going to have to stay consistent with this. I compare, if you guys have heard me before, I compare blogging a lot to getting back in shape and getting healthy again. It takes consistent effort every single day. You're not going to have your six-pack. I don't have a six-pack after 3 weeks of blogging or 3 weeks of working out. It's going to take a lot of time. But in a year, if you stay consistent with it, you probably might have like a shadow of a six-pack, maybe. But then you'll start seeing success. So how do I stay consistent? My big why is honestly to bring my husband home. He works insane hours. He goes to work at 5 o'clock in the morning. He works really hard for us, and I want him to be able to come home and not so much work on my blog as well, but work on his own thing so that he can like live out his passion with whatever niche he wants to do. And then we can work for a couple hours during the day and then spend the rest of the time with the kids, especially when they're gonna like get older and go into sports and activities. I want me and him always to be there for them. So that's honestly my big why. Figure out what is your big why, and then when you feel discouraged, just remember that and like put it like really big somewhere on a wall or on your computer monitor or maybe on your phone. That could help. Now, my background for my phone is I keep forgetting that this is what I have, but how do I get back to the screen of it? I'll show you guys what my background is on my phone, and this is a helpful reminder too, because how many times do you actually look at your phone during the day? And now I'm doing it, and I'm trying to like get out of it so you guys can see how do I see my background? Here you go. Here's my background on my phone. So it's not a picture or anything. It's just 2 words that says "you can," because a lot of times I struggle during the day and I'm like, I can't do it. It's too hard. Motherhood's too hard, blogging is too hard, and like that is my background to my phone. And it's been like that for the last probably 6, 7, 8 months. So try to remind yourself consistently that you can do this. All right, now keep going on that. Let me scroll up and see if I can get some more questions. Suey says, will you be doing your YouTube videos again? Yes, my big goal with these live videos is actually to take some of them and repurpose them and put them on YouTube, so that because not everybody can come and see my lives, not everybody's available at this time, I'm being smart, right? And repurposing, or that's my plan, to repurpose this content, to put it on YouTube, and then to put it into different pillar posts on my blog, so that I do a live once, I answer a ton of questions, and then I'm actually creating content too. So yes, that is the goal. Oh, thanks, Mandy. They do look so yummy, all the candy, or the cookies. Okay, Rachel Pratt says, could you do a run through of starting with Tailwind? Yes. Okay, so in the blog post at the top here, in the description, I actually show you how I use Tailwind. So let's go through that briefly, and I'll show you what I do with Tailwind. Too many papers. Nice and big. All right, so this is how I use Tailwind. You first kind of have to have those foundations of making sure you have a business account with Pinterest. You set up your boards. You have a featured board that's all your stuff. And then what's kind of being tossed around a lot is having more niche boards. So yes, join group boards like I say here, and this is how I explain how you can join those group boards, but also have very niche boards on your own Pinterest account to pin your own pins to. So just kind of take note of that. Then you want to design really pretty Pinterest images that gets people's attentions. Red always sticks out. High contrast images is what you want to use. You also want to use like a background image that your audience is familiar with. So if you're into the crafty preschooling stuff, then maybe using crayons is a really smart idea, because your audience will be looking for something with crayons, or that's something that they're familiar with in their life. Okay, we scroll down. So here's just how other people have used my looping strategy, and they loved it. She said her traffic increased, got more page views from Cheryl. So really awesome testimonials on this the semi-looping strategy I show in Tailwind. They are coming out, and I think I'm allowed to say this. They are coming out with their own looping system in Tailwind. It's still in beta test mode, so I'm on it, and it's working really well. I used to go in every week and reset my looping strategy. Now I can actually use their looping methods. But before I got into the beta tester group, I used this method to loop my pins. So you join group boards, you create a board list, and then you loop them through this. So it's kind of intense, but take some time and read through this post, and it's going to help you a ton. All right. That is very intense. Okay, starting with Tailwind, I think, like, if you want to start today, and if you want to use my affiliate link, it's startamomblog.com/Tailwind. I believe that's it. That is my affiliate link. So if you want to sign up with Tailwind today, I would be honored. All right, so let's go back to questions here. Thank you, guys. Okay, down, scrolling through questions. Cool. Megan says, I also use Tailwind. What is the reason for Board Booster not being a good platform anymore? Megan, what I've heard, and this is all through the grapevine, is that Pinterest is going to start labeling Board Booster pins as spam. I would reach out directly to Pinterest, kind of getting your own verbatim answer from them. That's just what I've heard, so I'm just kind of staying a little on the cautious side. But I know you use both, or you use Tailwind as well, so that's awesome. Okay, Michelle Thermidor says, can you do a Divi session? Well, Michelle, what would you like to see in Divi? I love Divi. My husband switched from between themes, and he came back, and he's like, oh, I really, really do like Divi. I'm like, oh, that's cool. So I'm glad they do some awesome things with the Divi theme. It is a paid-for theme. It's not free. You can pay for lifetime access, I think, for like $250, or you can pay every year around $90. So I'll just go high level, what I really like about Divi. If you want to see how I use it click by click, kind of how I'm going through here, go to themebynumber.com. So it's a mini course that I have on Divi that you can go through, and it will show you how to create your blog posts and landing pages. So one thing I really like about them, it's easy to drag and drop stuff and to align images on your blog post. So if you want things to like look correct on your blog post and not be all smushed, then Divi is amazing. You can just drag and drop. You can insert columns and headers and all that. Here are all the sales pages, or some, like an example of the sales pages that I've created in Divi. You can also save a template that you like. So I created my main sales page once, and then I just saved it and duplicated it. So these were super quick to create, because then I'm just like, oh, okay, add the new image, new text. But the entire layout is kind of similar. So yeah, they have lots of modules that you can add in Divi. You can even, so they have a visual builder where you can work directly on this site. And I think that's a lot why people like Squarespace or Weebly, is because you can create your website like you can see as you create it. I'll show you how that works. So I'll show you a little bit of the back end of actually using the visual editor. Okay, so this is logging into the back end of my blog. That is not my email, that's my mom's email. Anybody want to reach out to my mom, that's her email. All right, so if I go into add new post, so this is kind of what you would do. And then instead of just using the Divi builder, okay, so this is the WordPress builder. This is the built-in normal WordPress builder. You can switch over to use the Divi builder, where now you can add and insert those columns, or even better, you can use the visual builder. And that brings you to the front end of your blog. It doesn't mean like as you're creating it, it's published on the other side. You still have to go hit publish, but this is a way for you to actually see your masterpiece as you're creating it. So I can go in here, I can add an image. Let's select an image here. All right, and then we can add some text here. So you can see I'm creating the blog post directly as, like, I can see it as I create it. You can even type straight on here. And you can go ahead and add more images and add all kinds of cool things to your blog post here. So this is all in the visual editor. So they even have like these specialty sections. So if you're thinking like to showcase a gallery of images, that could work really well. And then when you're done, you just click on Exit Visual Builder and save and exit. All right, so I'm just going to discard and exit because I'm not really creating anything there. All right. Hi, Chelsea. Abigail says, such a good question. Sorry, I just had to take a little breather there, drink some sweet coffee. So have I found, this is what Abigail says, have I found that having only a Facebook page for engagement is better than trying to maintain a Facebook group? So I have had mini Facebook groups where I run challenges and I kind of like help people with a specific thing. Recently we had Course by 4:30 where I helped about 80 of my students create their first courses, and it was a 6-week group. And from then I stepped away. I'm like, I can't maintain the involvement in the group, so I stepped away. I've had mini groups where it was like a week-long group if it was like a challenge for 3 or 4 days, kind of to grow your list from 0 to 100. So I've had mini groups before, and I am exhausted even after 5 or 6 days of maintaining a Facebook group. It's just, I get overwhelmed easily, and I already have enough emails and Facebook comments coming just with the page. I can't even imagine having like a group of 20,000 people and just getting tagged and pinged and all kinds of things. So it is a method to build a relationship and engagement with your audience. That's kind of what you're doing a group for, right? To build the relationship with your audience and build that trust. You can do that through other ways too. You can do webinars. You can grow your YouTube channel. You can do a ton of blog posts where you're a little bit more personal. Or you can do like a Facebook page and go live a lot. You can even go live on YouTube too. Honestly, I found that having a Facebook page is easier for me. It's just where I am in my life. I have my kids and I have the blog. I can't maintain a group as well. I'm trying to be as personal as I can on my Facebook page, and that's why now I'm going live every week, and I think that's, for me, works really well. So honestly, what it boils down to is what can you stick with consistently? If you can stick with maintaining a Facebook group consistently and going live in your Facebook group, that's really good because you have a group there, people trust you. You can like give them exclusive things because they're only in your group, or answer exclusive questions or whatnot. So it is very awesome that Facebook allows us to create these kinds of communities, and the better relationship and trust you have with your reader, the more likely they will purchase from you. So just for me, Facebook pages works really well because this is what I can maintain. So I'm just trying to be honest and have realistic expectations on myself. All right. Jen says, I have a hyperlocal website. Do you think Pinterest will still work for me? Hyperlocal. Yes, Pinterest could still work for you, but what probably could work better for you is targeted Facebook ads. That could work really well for you. My husband recently ran Facebook ads for his mom's business, and it's a local business. She does dog kenneling, so she watches dogs, and for like $5 a day, he got her like 1 or 2 new clients every single day. So honestly, if you have like super highly focused, you want to target just the people in this 5 zip codes, Facebook ads could probably be a little bit better. And if you are super interested, like maybe John could come and help us with Facebook ads on one of my lives. Okay. Javonia, hopefully I'm saying that right, Harris says, hey Susie, love the top I'm new to blogging and not getting a lot of traffic. I'm in the health nutrition niche and I'm trying to figure out how to find topics that are relevant and adding my own spin. I need to keep writing, so I'm committed to that, but I'm bummed and no one is coming to read my stuff. All right, so health and fitness, that's fun. You can kind of see what's trending right now. A way to find out what people are searching for and if it's trending is to go to Google Trends. So let me show you here what Google Trends does. So trends.google.com is where you can find it. So for health and fitness, I think what's hot right now is the keto diet. So let's just type in keto. There you go. So you can see interest over time. This year definitely started spiking, so keto is picking up steam. So you probably want to write something about keto. We can also bone broth. I read that recently. Like bone broth is picking. Okay, well compared to keto, it's probably not that big. If we take keto away, because these are comparing it, bone broth is looking like it's picking up. So here you can input different key terms and see what you can write about that's popular. For fitness and nutrition, you probably want to niche down to like a specific audience that you're targeting. One person that I like a lot is Brooke, and she does Struggles of a Fit Mom. So she does a fitness site, and obviously it's all about getting back in shape as a mom. So she's found her audience, and then she caters to like getting and staying healthy during pregnancy and then recovering afterwards. So it's great to have like a target audience that you go for. So if I want anything on fitness related, I go and read Brooke's stuff. Hopefully that helps get you some good ideas. You can also go to Pinterest. Pinterest is also great, not just for getting traffic, but for analyzing and seeing what you should blog about. So if you type in here keto, just type in keto at the top. You can look at the top searches here. So you can see, okay, recipes, meal plan, diet, dessert. These are like the top searches. Fat bombs, keto fat bombs. Let's do that. Like balls of protein, right? Or like peanut butter. Oh my gosh, that looks so delicious. I would not be able to be a food blogger. So this could help you find ideas on what to blog about. So you're looking for the most popular things here at the top. Okay. Stephanie says, I'm a newbie and I'm really struggling of coming up with topics that I think would solve a problem and that people are interested in. All right, Steffi, you're not giving me much to work on here. I don't even know kind of what niche is it. Fitness, finances, health, beauty. What are you going after? Let's go to this. Blog, topic, niche, name. I'm trying to find the blog post that would help you. Okay, so in this blog post, I'll drop the link in the comments. This is for you, Stephanie. I have a little pyramid here. So you want to look at something in this pyramid, in this infographic, that helps the person with a problem, right? It's either going to be like physiological, safety, like that's health and fitness can fall into that, to love and belong. Like this is the pyramid of, what is this guy's name? Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So using that, how can you find the need that somebody has and then fulfill that with your blog? Health and fitness, I need to feel safe. I need to feel healthy. Love and belonging is like parenting, marriage, motherhood. People have needs there, and that's what you could do and answer with your blog. Your esteem, so it's like time management, wealth, beauty, fitness, travel. The more I travel, the more confidence I have, the cooler I am, because now I'm going to Bali. No, I'm not. I'm just kidding. I would love to. And then at the top of the pyramid is self-actualization. So hopefully this blog post will kind of give you an idea of where to start and what to niche down into. You can also go to the blog post, what should I blog about, which gives you 16 genius questions on helping you discover kind of what your niche should be. So this blog post, I dropped it in the comments as well, will help you with a ton of ideas um, on what to blog about. Okay. Samantha says, all right, I am making sure I'm like on the right page here. Samantha says, did your girls ever climb out of the crib? I love it. I'm getting a mom question. I love it, love it, love it. My son won't stay in his crib and he's only 2. He can't handle the freedom in a toddler bed. I need some mama advice. Gosh, my girls did not climb out of their cribs. My middle daughter, she is now 2.5 and she's still in a crib. And you guys are going to think this is really funny. I actually bought her a crib yesterday and I put it together because I am so desperate to have both girls sleep together in one room that I went ahead and bought the cheapest IKEA crib I could find. It's really cute. It's minimal. It's simple. And when I'm done with it, I'll donate it to another mommy that needs a crib. But she loves her crib so much. So I am putting the crib and the toddler bed in the same room so that my oldest daughter can sleep on her bed. And then my middle daughter can sleep in the crib. And then I can finally move baby to his own room because we only have 2 kids' rooms. Now it's going to be a boy room and a girl room. That's it. How do I get her to stay in her crib? What I did is I bought her like these super soft, really nice pillows, and she thinks they're awesome. So I make it really comfy for her, really like nice to be in the crib. I put her favorite toys in there. She has a book in there. Sometimes she gets a cookie when she stays in her crib. Sometimes she gets a little bottle or a sippy cup of milk. I try to make it nice for her in her crib. I also, one thing that works so well with the kids, and I love that that I've discovered this and my husband suggested it. We have an Alexa, and then we also have echoes, like echo dots, and we have a dot in each child's room. So at night, when bedtime and bath time starts, like kind of like music cues the next scene in your life or in like a movie or whatnot. Every night around 7:30, I'm like, Alexa, play baby lullabies downstairs. And if we say downstairs, it plays it on the downstairs group. So like 2 echo dots, 2. Yeah, only 2. And the Alexa. So the whole house is filled with baby lullabies. And that kind of turns the mood of the house from we're playing and having dinner to now we're starting bedtime. And there's an echo dot in each of the children's rooms. So that continues that like baby lullabies quietly through the night and keeps like, if hubby and I are chatting, then it kind of muffles the noise. So the echo dots work really well and you can sync them all up in your house. So I like those. Hopefully that helps. Okay, cool. Rebecca, hi. Ryan says, how do you approach big blogs to guest post when Blog by Number first came out? How did I approach big blogs? So Ryan, what I would do, I would initially just start emailing the blogger behind the blog and kind of building a relationship with her. One person that I did that with was Sue, and she lives in Tampa. And you can see my guest post. It's on my front page for her, a link to it. But what I did was just initially reach out. I signed up to her email list. I got emails from her, and then one of them I had questions on, so we started emailing back and forth. And then after, say, like 2 or 3 weeks of emailing maybe once a week, like she was familiar with seeing my name, and then I asked her, hey, do you accept guest post? So that's kind of how I reached out to her. On big blogs like Penny Hoarder is where I've guest posted it before. I think they have a submission portal through their website. If you can find it, I'll let you know who I reached out to at Penny Hoarder. They were pretty good, but we went like back and forth continuously, like editing and making sure my post was good for them. I've never had that much back and forth with the editor and me. But it was a Google Doc, and it was a lot of back and forth to make sure that the post that I wrote for them was up to snuff. It's mostly just building relationships with that blogger and then asking if you can guest post. So it does take time. Guest posting works really well, but it does take time to build that relationship. No quick way. Okay, Rachel says, I'm ready to start my first blog. I'm torn between the the $4 option and the $8 option. I'm on a budget. My niche is mainly crafts, but I have a few other ideas I would like to try. What's your opinion? Can I have a blog that is about crafts, fitness, and dancing? Yes, Rachel, you can have a lifestyle, more broad blog when you're starting out. When you're starting, you have the freedom to kind of discover your voice, discover what you want to blog about, and honestly to prove to yourself that you can stick with this consistently, because that's the hardest thing about blogging. It's not rocket science. You're writing words on a computer, you're creating some images. We're not digging ditches. It's not that hard. It's hard to stay consistent with it. That's the hard part about blogging. So yes, anybody can do it. You just have to have that discipline to stay consistent. Now you're asking, should you do the $4 option or the $8 option? And if anybody else is confused, like what is this $4 and $8 option? It's signing up for SiteGround. So I'll show you guys here. If you sign up for SiteGround, it's for hosting for your blog. My affiliate link is startamomblog.com/SiteGround. If you do want to sign up with SiteGround and start your blog today, dun dun dun. So they have web hosting plans here. The startup is around $4 and the grow big is around $6. You can always upgrade. So you can start with the startup and then you can upgrade to grow big whenever you're ready. I started with grow big because the $6 compared to $4, I mean, it's $2 difference. It's really not a big difference. But if you want to start with startup, perfectly fine. The biggest difference that I like between startup and grow big is that grow big, I can have multiple websites. So I could create a blog on fitness. I could create a blog on motherhood. I could create a blog on, this shirt is so uncomfortable. On anything. So that allows me to kind of test new ideas without paying for an additional hosting package. That's why I like grow big, because I have multiple websites that I run. But if you just want to start and see if blogging is for you, then the startup plan is fine. You can always upgrade when you're ready. Okay. This coffee is so good. It has that really delicious creamer in it. And I just want to enjoy every sip. And also just like take a breather. Okay, Jessica Quinn says, how do you go about batch scheduling posts and videos from other Facebook pages to your Facebook page? I use a scheduling tool, but it takes forever for me to search other pages for relevant content. I've tried searching using the video option, but it never works for me. All right, so I will have to come back to your question, Jessica, because I do no scheduling at all on Facebook. I'm a cautious blogger, and if I hear that something might be not penalized, but I know you can go on Facebook and you can schedule it directly on Facebook, and Facebook would be fine with that because you're spending time on Facebook and not using like a third-party scheduler. I do everything real time on my Facebook page. I barely schedule anything. I feel that my page is where I build a lot of engagement with my readers, where I know it's a small page. It only has about like 8,000 likes, but it's small and engaged. I know when I post something, it's going to get a lot of comments and interaction. It's not just going to be like, oh, that's a cool blog post and go through it. So it depends on what kind of niche you're in. I will get back to your question because I do not schedule on Facebook. All right. Rachel says, I've been following your tips using Tailwind for my Pinterest pins and using the board list, etc., but I'm not seeing a ton of views on my blog, less than 20 views per day. Could it be my group boards aren't very good or my content? Also on Tailwind Insights, what is a good number for the virality of a group board? All right, good questions, Rachel. Okay, let's start with number one. It could be that your group boards aren't very healthy, that they're maybe filled with a lot of kind of spam pins and people are just kind of pinning to them and not pinning from them. So that could be a factor. What you could try, Rachel, is actually, and this is what I'm doing too, creating more niche personal boards. So don't only group to pin to your group boards, but pin to your personal boards too, and loop through them, because that could help your reach as well. Your content, I would probably look at your content to, I can't say from now, but what like attracts somebody on Pinterest is like if it's bright and colorful and the text is easy to read. I always like see new bloggers using all these fancy fonts, and they're fun to use, but they're hard to read and nobody can read them. So just use super simple, easy fonts so people can click through and get to your blog post. Also, are your titles very catchy? Like, are they catchy enough? Do they pique some curiosity so that somebody's like, ooh, I actually want to click through and read what this is about? So that helps as well. That is not closed. That spilled over me. What's the last question? Also on Tailwind Insights, what is a good number for the virality of a group board? So on Tailwind, you can actually see the virality of a group board that you're on, and to see that virality score it's not always super accurate because it's determined by Tailwind users. So it's not all Pinterest users. So a board's virality score could be low and it could actually be really healthy for you, but Tailwind can only use Tailwind data, and that's from users from Tailwind. So it might have a virality score of like 2, but it might actually be better on Pinterest. So I'm never one to leave group boards. I probably could. I have a lot. I probably could leave some boards. I probably will in the future, but not a good score. Like the best virality score that I have on one of my boards, gosh, I think it was 90. It was 90, and it was all about bullet journaling. So people go nuts on bullet journaling. So that was my best board it's not even blogging stuff. It's bullet journaling, time management stuff. People eat that stuff up. So that was the highest, but I still pin to boards that have a virality score of like 2. So it's fine too. All right. Patty says, I plan to move my hosting to SiteGround while trying to stay frugal. Do you think it's worth to pay for the SG site scanner? Yes. I don't believe it's that expensive. I think it's only like a couple dollars per year. Yes, I do pay for all the fancy things that SiteGround offers, because if I ever break my website or if it goes down, then that is my business that's going down. So I do pay for all the site scanners and the protection. So yeah. Cool. Kimberly Cox says, I'm really excited to see you live. I'm really, really new to using Pinterest. Yes, Pinterest is fun. Don't spend too much time. You can get lost on Pinterest, and then all of a sudden you're like, I only had an hour and the kids only napped for this hour, and then I spent all my time on Pinterest. But that's fine. In the beginning, you're going to be doing a lot of research and like seeing what's out there, what works. So it's fine if you feel like you're wasting a lot of time in the beginning, and you're still discovering how to use Pinterest, spending some time on Pinterest, seeing kind of what's popular, what doesn't work, what happens when you search key terms in your niche. That's all helpful. So don't get too like down on yourself if you're spending some time on social media in the beginning. But once you have a knack for how to use it, once you know what works, then don't spend too much time on social media. Now that you know what works, now you can go and do the work. I find myself wasting a lot of time just kind of browsing and feeling like I'm doing research when I'm kind of just playing around. Okay. All right, I think now I've lost Michelle's question. She said, like, okay, now, can you ask the whole question again? Now I have like 2 parts of your question. Now I'm confused what the first question was. Okay, cool. Okay, Mandy says, I have everything ready to go for my lifestyle blog. However, I'm struggling with a name. I've been going back and forth the last 3 weeks as to a name I actually like. My big why is better finances for my family, and because I love to write. I love to write about anything and everything, which made it hard to come up with what to write about. My blog will be about cheaper living, food, hopefully blogging, and motherhood. So I just need a name. Mandy, there's some awesome name generators. So let me show you, and this is kind of fun. Let's switch over here. Blog name niche. Okay. Just go to this blog post. It's super helpful. It kind of goes through how I decided on my blog name. And then even after I started my blog, like 6-7 months after it and started getting traction and started doing really well, I'm like, I don't like the name anymore. Like now they were confused, like, is it starting a mom blog, like actually blogging about motherhood, or is it starting a blog as a mom? So it's a little confusing. Like you might get a name and after a couple months you might not like it anymore. But as long as it's easy to remember and easy to spell, then stick with it. If you're getting some traction, don't keep changing. Like if eventually there might come a day where you don't really like your blog name anymore. Okay, so Wordoid is a blog name generator. So you can go into this blog post. I'll drop it at the bottom for you, Mandy. And then there's a link to Wordoid, and you actually like put in words, and it comes up with like new words that you can use for your blog. So let's say you want to blog about finances for family, cheaper living, cheap food. Let's put that. Cheap. Beginning of cheap. Let's go. Like create words. Cheap plane, cheap person. No, that's not. Let's try something else. Frugal. A different word. So you can come in here and like different frugalo, frugals, frugaler, frugaldi. That's kind of cute, frugaldi, because it has the word Aldi in it. And I like to shop at Aldi, frugaldi. Somebody should make a blog called frugaldi. That is kind of cute. I like it when I find little gems like that. Or there's another one called Name Mesh. So let's go to Name Mesh and let's put in frugal here. Okay, so common is like frugal.blog, frugal.ninja. Up frugal, top frugal, hot frugal. Look at all these words that you can put in here, and like it will come up with fun and exciting names that you can use for your blog. So hopefully that helps and entertains you for a little bit. Okay, so Teresa says, I bought Theme by Number and it's awesome. I love it. Thank you, Teresa. Do you have a layout that you sell or recommend? No, I've never thought about actually selling one of my layouts that I create, especially like if I would be to sell one, it would probably be my front page that I have, because I spent a lot of time working on my front page and making sure it looks beautiful and pretty. Probably that layout or my main sales page, Start a Blog by Number, this one. So if you're interested in this, Teresa, I can probably look into it and export this layout for you, and then you can go and import your content into it. And then here's my front page. So let me know. I've never really thought about selling my layouts. That's a cool idea. All right. Okay, Hope says, this is so cool. How in the world did you figure all this out? I don't know what this is that you're referring to. Probably blogging, because motherhood is still a struggle. How did I figure all this out? A lot of time and testing and tweaking. I'm an industrial engineer by trade. That's what I studied in college. So it's always like testing new ideas and seeing how I can improve the process that I have currently. So just a lot of testing and tweaking, and probably like 3-4 hours every day working on my blog. Late at night, early in the morning, during nap times, just wherever you can squeeze in a little bit of time, working on the blog consistently. So I know it might seem overwhelming right now when you look at the blog post and the mountain that you have to scale, but it's just a little bit every day, and you're going to get a little bit better today than you were yesterday. And a month from now, you're going to like know so much that you didn't know last month. So just imagine like how far you can be if you just work on this a little bit every single day. But thanks, Hope. Okay, Rebecca says, someday I would love to use Divi. Divi is awesome. Divi is fun to use and easy to use. That kind of, if you see my front page here, that's the only way that I could ever create something like this was by using Divi and their drag and drop features. There would be no way at all I could code this. So I don't know any code. Well, I do know a little bit of code, but I don't use any code on my website. So you don't have to be a coder or know CSS or HTML to be able to create something like this. All right, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being here. And like, I still have like about 15 minutes of answering questions, but I just want to take 30 seconds and say thanks for joining me every Thursday as I go live and kind of just try to answer questions as they come in. This is a lot of fun for me. I'm exhausted most of the time because I'm not sleeping a lot with the 3 kids, but I'm trying my best to help you guys as much as I can by drinking as much coffee as I can. So thank you guys for being here. Let's go through a couple more questions for today. Kelly says, I'm new to this whole thing. I tried about cookout parties like planning party. Is that a bad niche? No, like parties is not a bad niche at all. Like cookout and parties and planning a party is not bad at all. Like when I'm actually planning a unicorn party for my daughter. She's turning 4 on Monday. And we're going to have her big birthday party like next month because that's when all the friends are available. But that's all I Google now is like unicorn birthday party. Unicorn birthday party. So anytime when you're like somebody's designing a party, which is a great niche too when you think about it, when they're planning a party, they're ready to spend money. They're ready to go through all your affiliate links and buy all the things that you recommend. Like I have a budget of $300 I'm going to spend on this birthday party. Here's my money. Tell me what to do with it. So it's a really good niche to go into. It's competitive, but it's a really good niche. Let's go. Look at Pinterest showing up number 1 here. My goodness. How did Pinterest? Look at them. They were number 1. No, not number 1. Number 4 and 5. Goodness. Okay, let's go to Pinterest. So Pinterest has a unicorn party ideas board right here. So look at all. Okay, so Pinterest is, even if you're not ranking number 1 on Pinterest, if you can rank high in this page that Pinterest ranks for, number 4 on Google, then you're going to get traffic again back to your blog. So indirectly, you're kind of ranking number 4 on Google. Look at all this cool stuff. I'm going to be lost here. Oh, a unicorn banner. Poop meringues. Oh my gosh. It's the cutest things. I will not let my daughter see this page. Too darn cute. Okay. Stephanie Huber says, I'm a mom of a 3-year-old and twin boys that are almost 11 months. Congratulations. That's awesome. That is a 3-year-old and 2 babies. That's awesome. So I was thinking about blogging about the challenges of being a mom parent of a toddler on top of twins, but do not know if that would be a good topic to blog about. Yeah, it would be. It would be a great topic to blog about. Not everybody's in that situation, but you could either go after like blogging about twins. That could be a niche so that you'll connect a lot with twin moms, and then you'll connect a lot with moms of like, what is it now? 3 under 3, or like moms with little kids close together. So yes, that is a great niche, and that is a niche where moms like me, where I had 3 under 3 for a little bit, and now at least she's 4. It's hard and it's challenging. So what you want to have your blog do is help somebody through a challenge, and motherhood with little ones and with twins is hard. So if you can recommend like easy solutions for them, you're providing a solution and an answer to their problems, and they'll buy what you're recommending. So for example, what if the mommy is with twins? It's probably hard to breastfeed both, so you'll probably have a lot of breastfeeding advice or feeding advice, or how do you feed 3 little people so they don't throw tantrums all the time. There's a lot of things that you can recommend. One thing that I've been recently using for feeding my baby is, gosh, let's go through here. Where is that thing? These were so cute. These little bibs. So if you guys want a tip for like feeding your little kids, these bibs are awesome. They wash out really quickly. You just rinse them off and then put them on the drying rack and they dry. But they catch all the food, even if it's not. My baby now, he's 8 months. He's not eating food yet with his hands, so I'm still feeding him. But if it just like drips off his chin, it just falls in the little cup or the little lip at the bottom of this bib. So if you are looking for a bib, I thought they were kind of pricey, like almost $10 a bib. Super helpful. Sometimes it's nice to splurge a little bit on things that is going to make motherhood easier, and these will make motherhood easier. So that's just my quick little tip for feeding your baby. That's been working for me. Thank you, Rebecca. I'm glad you like my teaching method. I am trying my best to help you guys. Sandra says, how much do you pay for the Divi builder? So Sandra, Divi is around $98 per year or $250 for a lifetime access. Okay, Heather Leal says, I'm not a blogger yet. Good. Not yet, but will be soon. Where do you suggest me to learn how to set up a blog and all the how to and what not to do? So, Heather, perfect question. Now I'm going to do some self-promo here. I have a course called Blog by Number. And if you go to startablogbanumber.com, you can get to it. This is for you, Heather. So this is the signature course that most of my students go through, and I have almost 5,000 students that have gone through the Blog by Number course, which is phenomenal and a huge honor. So thank you if you guys are one of the Blog by Number students. This will go through step-by-step how to start your blog, what to do, how to get traffic, how to write that first blog post. You can also read the reviews of what other people say about the course on here. And then there's guides. Here's the whole curriculum. So if you scroll down to about the middle of the page, you'll see exactly what's in the course. And then it's very much like me going through step by step, click by click, showing you how to do it. So if you are looking for a course, Blog by Number is an awesome course. If you're just looking for free advice, that's great too. You can go to startamomblog.com/everything, and that will take you to a page that has everything on my blog. So all my blog posts is on this page. So if you're on a budget and you don't want to invest in a course and save some time and get started a little quicker, you can always use my blog to start your blog here at the top, grow your blog, make money with your blog, time management, all the stuff that you need is there's a lot here. And it goes again through the products that I do have if you do want to invest in one of my courses. All up to you. All right, cool. Okay, Beth says, yeah, thanks for explaining the difference in engaging and building the relationship with our readers. This helps. Beth, so good tip here. I read this somewhere in a book on psychology, is you have to have, gosh, I don't know if it was 7 hours or 7 interactions. I think it was 7 hours. You need to spend 7 hours with a person before they can make a big commitment to you. That might be they're reading one of your blog posts, and that takes them about 30 minutes. They read one of your emails, that takes them another 20 minutes. So if they feel like they've invested 7 hours of their time, and I'll get a link to the study, so I'm not just like sounding like I'm speaking nothing here. If they feel that they've invested enough time from their time into your resources and your courses and your videos and your blog posts, they're going to be much more inclined to buy one of your products or go through one of your affiliate links and purchase what you recommend. So the whole blogging thing is trying to build a stronger relationship with your reader. If you can do Facebook Lives, you can do YouTube videos, if you can add more personality in your blog posts, all that will build a stronger relationship, which will then increase your sales. It does take time. It's like anything, right? You're not going to convince somebody on day one to buy everything you tell them about. They do have to start kind of trusting you first before they can go on your recommendations. All right, so hopefully that helps. Cool. Sandy has paleo, keto, vegan. Yep, those are cool and popular search terms for fitness and health. Oh, thank you, Carla. I appreciate the sweet comment. Yeah, Google Trends, awesome, Beth. Cool. I feel like I'm super like behind on all the questions. So sorry, guys. I probably got a little bit carried away here with some of your questions. Let's go through if we can get one or two more. Oh, thank you, Leanne. All right, Karen says, I'm a retired real estate broker. My blog is 90 days old. It's all about real estate tips for sellers, buyers, and realtors. Need to figure out how to monetize. Any thoughts? Karen, awesome. So I actually have a very close blogging friend, and she used to be a real estate realtor, right? She used to be a realtor. I'm going to connect you, Karen, with Jen Snyder. So Leanne, if you want to kind of tag Jen Snyder, let's see if I can tag her. Jen Snyder. Yes, I'm going to tag her. And then you two should chat because she'll have amazing tips for you with your real estate blog to monetize it. Okay, at Karen Ford Copeland. Why is it? Okay, there you go. Y'all should chat. Okay, cool. Yay! I'm feeling like I'm playing Cupid. Okay, last question for today. And then I'm going to watch The Office and be exhausted and go rest. Cool. Sandy says she likes Maslow's. I can't speak. Hierarchy of needs. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I love learning more about psychology and kind of how to use that ethically when I blog. Beth says, where did you buy a pillow for your daughter? At IKEA. We went to IKEA yesterday and they had like the softest covers. It was like sheepskin, like uber soft, with this memory foam pillow, which was $6, and then the cover was $10. So it's $16 for this really customizable pillow. They have all these little pillowcases throughout the one showroom, and then the girls could go up and touch the pillowcase that they wanted on their special pillow. So they felt like they were making their own pillow. They like that. So we go to IKEA when it's a rainy day and we don't have anything else to do. We go walk around IKEA and mess up their living rooms and their kitchens and pretend play with the kids. It's really fun. And they love the meatballs. And I think kids eat free on Tuesdays. So, tip for you. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to try to answer some of the questions still when I sign off through kind of like texting back and forth. But if I don't get to them, I hope to see you guys again next week. If everything goes well, if the baby starts sleeping better throughout the night, I might go live twice a week. I'm thinking about it. But like I said before, I need to make sure that it's something that I can commit to before I tell you guys about it. So I'm still thinking about like what, if I'm going to go live twice a week, what day should it be and what do I do on the second live? All right, guys. Thank you so much for signing on. I hope to see you guys again soon. Bye.